What is going on, guys? Ryan Nelson here, and today I wanted to talk to you about thumbnails. Now, when I first had the idea to do this video, what I was gonna do was show you my thought process on working through a thumbnail and how to get a good thumbnail for my videos. But I realized that's really kind of a one-sided process. I'm only showing you my view of thumbnails. So I wanted to pick out a few different types of thumbnails, tell you why they caught my eye, what I think is good about them, what maybe could possibly be improved upon them, and which style might be good for your videos. So let's dive right into it. The first thumbnail I wanted to take a look at here is by my friend Javier Mercedes. And this, I think, is probably the most common type of thumbnail you come across, where it's a photo of you or whoever's in the video and then some text describing the video. This is a great way to get somebody's attention if you've got some really clear text, especially if you can have a face in there that's giving the emotion or the general vibe of the video. I mean, as you can see here, Javier is just doing this, kind of like, well, it is what it is, and then saying podcasting is dead. Knowing him, he does a lot of podcasting, so it's really engaging, it brings you right in, gives that emotion of what's possibly in the video. So the things I like about this particular thumbnail is it's straight to the point, gets that point straight across to you, tells you what's in the video. There's some pretty nice lighting on Javier, and then the text is on a nice, clean background. That's gonna be probably the most important part for a lot of these thumbnails, is if you're gonna add text to it, have a clean background for it to be on. So the next thumbnail I wanted to take a look at is by Potato Jet. Now, I think he's really good at doing thumbnails with a face that gives some sort of emotions about how he feels about the product he's testing or the general vibe of his video. With him, it's pretty lighthearted, pretty fun. So in this type of thumbnail, we're looking at a product plus a face. So in this thumbnail, mainly what we're seeing is the product. We do see Gene's face in the background. He's got a little bit of a smile, so we're kind of thinking that maybe he is going to enjoy this camera, and why not? It's an awesome camera. Now, unless you know what this camera is, I think this maybe could use a little 6K or Blackmagic 6K up in the corner, a little text to give you more of a clue of what is in the video. But then again, that's what the title of the video is for. The next type of thumbnail I wanted to take a look at is a reaction shot. Now, this is also a pretty common thumbnail to see. It really brings you into the video, brings you into the action of the video. Now, this particular one I'm looking at is my friend Cody Warner when he got fired from his job. And this really gives the emotion of sadness and, oh no, what am I gonna do now? I got fired. He literally went and laid in a street or parking lot, I assume. I don't know. Cody, stay out of the street. Not a great idea. Now, these reaction style thumbnails, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't have text. Either one works. This one's got a ton of empty space. So big, bold, I got fired, it works. It's got a nice clean background to go on. It plays with the theme of the video and gives you a really great idea of why he's laying on the asphalt. Now, this reaction style thumbnail is gonna be really good if you're doing a lot of action, if you're doing something with shock value to it, if you're, there was one, I remember a while ago, they were throwing a watermelon onto a trampoline from like 100 feet or something ridiculous. So obviously that's gonna get your attention a lot better than just say a picture of a watermelon in a grocery store. So you need to play the theme of your video with the style of your thumbnails. If you check out Cody Warner's page, he's got a lot of reaction style thumbnails. I think they're really good. Some have text, some don't. But he's really good at pulling off that reaction because he's more of a speaker, a motivator. He wants to bring you into his world. So a reaction shot is gonna work really well with his channel versus say my channel where I'm just talking about gear. I'm not really gonna do a reaction shot unless whatever I'm talking about that day is just really blowing me away. A reaction shot isn't gonna work as well on my channel as it does on Cody's channel. Taking a look, this next thumbnail, this one's by Alex Gasaway. And I'm drawn to this one because I have a background in product photography, so most of my thumbnails are product shots and studio shots, less focused on the person and more focused on the product. So I really like this shot, it grabbed my attention, it's clean, it's to the point. I really like the way she has this hard drive floating. It gives a little sense of wonder to it. You're like, wow, this is kind of cool. I do wish there was a little bit more detail in the hard drive itself, because if you don't know that that is a hard drive, I know that's a hard drive because I have one of those, but if you don't know exactly what it is, you might just see a black hole there and kind of wonder, well, what the heck is that? So this is where a little text in here might give you a little bit more flair to this shot. give you a little bit more of an idea of what's actually in the video instead of just, I think the title of this is Stop Wasting Money on This. And I would just love it if there was a little more insight to this is a hard drive focused video. But I do love the way that this is a very clean background. She could have possibly gotten rid of the plant on the left side and just added a little text there. Could have added a little bit more flair. Maybe it would have taken away. This type of thumbnail works really well when you're reviewing products, if you're doing unboxing videos, comparison videos, review videos, things like that, things like my channel. I do a lot of product shots because I talk a lot about products and things that you buy. Now, moving on to the last style of thumbnail I wanted to talk about. This is a landscape photograph, which this one is so clean, so simple, and so beautiful. It caught my eye right away. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen this channel before, but this image caught my eye. Super clean, simple, sand, nice light, Saudi Arabia. I'm in. I want to come see this video. And this one's by House of Color. This is gonna fit more with a travel vlog theme if you're doing a destination, a location, travel vlog, things like that. These sort of thumbnails are gonna work really well. On one of my more recent videos, I did do a landscape shot like this with some text in the background. Because it fit the theme of the video, it was a photo editing software that I was reviewing. It's hard to do a product shot of some software, especially when it doesn't even come in a box. There's no physical, tangible thing. So I took a landscape photo, used that as my thumbnail. It was something I edited in the program, so it still relates together. Now these can go with or without text. I love that this one has some text on it to kind of give you the location of where it's at. Otherwise, this could have been sand dunes somewhere. It could have been California. It could have been, off the coast of South America. Really could have been anywhere, but Saudi Arabia, right there. We know where you're talking about. So thumbnails really are a window into your video. You want to set the expectations for what they're going to see once they click your video. Between the thumbnail and the title, make them play together. Don't just pick a cool screenshot. Anyway, stop taking screenshots. Plan out your thumbnail. It can be something that's exactly in your video. Just stop and pause in that moment, take a photo. That way you can manipulate that a lot more than you can just a screenshot out of your video. Like I said, it's the first impression to what your video is going to be. So make it relate to your video. Don't just put up a really cool image because it's more clickable. Have it relate to something that you're talking about in your video, something that happens in your video. And another trick you can do to make it relate to your channel is if you have a color scheme. I think Evan Carmichael does a really good job. If you look at his thumbnails, every thumbnail he does has a black and a gold in it somewhere. So if you look at his page, if you see his videos in a list, you always know that that's one of his videos. It's a color scheme that's his. He puts it in every video. I do something that's maybe a little less noticeable. I always add a little diagonal to the corners of my thumbnails, so they look just a little bit different when you're looking at videos in search results. Mine always have a little shift to them. Let me know if you've noticed that. Put that down in the comments. So just think of National Geographic magazine. They always have that yellow border around it. That's because that makes that magazine stand out. You know that's a National Geographic. They don't even have to put their name on it. You know that's a National Geographic cover. You're gonna pick it up. You're gonna know it's good quality content inside. So something immediately recognizable is a really great way to show the viewer that this is my video, not somebody else's video. All right guys, well, that's what I have to say about thumbnails. I really appreciate you checking this out. If you made it this far and you're still watching this, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button down there. Comment if you have any questions or comments, or tell me what you like, what you don't like. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there, and I will see you guys next time.